What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Spilling Wine with Kelly is Lit.
Hey.
Today I have Marvin.
Hey, Kelly. Thanks for
so
having me on.
excited.
I know. I really can't wait.
Aw,
We're going to talk so many things. Thank you for having me.
of course. We've been wanting this for so long, too.
I know. Since we started hanging out this summer, I was like, oh my God. Since you do podcasts, I'm like, you know what? I have to jump on.
And you also have your own podcast.
Yeah, I do it here and there. I haven't done it. I'm lacking. But I do it once in a while. Yeah.
I've known you since middle school.
Middle school since IS2.
Yeah.
UAU. Did you go to UAU?
Yeah.
I know. That's from
And
there
you were
too.
there.
Yeah. We were friends, not friends, but we knew, we saw each other all the time.
Yeah. And we were both content creators.
Yeah.
I know you started YouTube at a young age, too.
Yeah, I started doing Nerf gun videos, with the fake guns and everything and the bullets. Me and my friends created fake dramas and zombie apocalypse type of things. And then I started doing more in high school, creating on my phone and everything. Yeah.
Did you do Vine?
I did Vine sometimes, but I was watching it sometimes. I was always on it, but I did Vine sometimes, random here and there. Because you only had 6 seconds to be funny.
Right.
That was
I feel like I
gotta-
started on Vine.
Mhm.
And then I started YouTube too. But I have to ask, were you always confident enough to put yourself out there?
No. I did it, but I was always nervous. I was scared. When I did do it, I never mentioned it to anyone. I never tried to talk about it with anyone. But it took me a while to get there. When I was young, I just did those videos with I didn't think of it. But when I started doing in high school and towards college, I was like, you know what? You got to do it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? If I'm not putting nothing out there, then I'm missing out, and not putting myself out there.
And no one else was doing it at the time.
No.
So people looked at us like, what the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck? And they were looking at us oh, you think you're cool? You're all that? I'm
you think you're going to be famous?
But
You think you're going to be famous?
And if I am, okay. But if I'm not, it's still having fun and I'm here enjoying the moment. Making videos and content. There's sometimes friends will be tell me, you're creative, but you should focus on something more realistic, like my family and stuff. Oh, you have to do something realistic. I'm like,
right.
That's not the point. I'm still having fun. And there's a lot of people who've made it by doing them and putting themselves out there, because that one conversation, that one connect can change everything.
Mm-hmm.
That one person, I fuck with you. Come over here and you meet that 3 people to change your life.
Yeah. And what did your family think about you posting on social media?
They're like, oh, you got to stop posting that. They always came at me oh, why were you posting that? You look crazy, blah, blah, blah. They were like, oh, what are you doing? I'm I'm being creative, I'm being fun, because they think you have to act a certain way on social media. You're going to lose jobs and stuff. No.
Oh, my God,
I might gain a job.
Yes.
Because there's jobs that people do exactly what we're doing, and they get paid bread just to be the cameraman, the mic man.
It's a job.
It's literally,
a job. But when I started, my mom used to get so mad at me. She was like, stop putting your business out there on social media. You're going to get in trouble. You're going to get this. Mm-hmm. And I didn't listen. And
Good.
It got me somewhere,
it
kind
did.
of.
And then you keep putting yourself out there to do better. Yeah. And you're just conversation and having other people do their thing too.
Now it's I feel like after a while, it's so normalized now, and people are actually making a career out of it. So she's like, okay, now I see why you didn't listen.
Yeah. Yeah, parents are always people who people always hate at the beginning, but over time they start falling in love with it. They're like, oh, I knew it. I'm like, yeah, but y'all were hating on the beginning, and now y'all want to
And now they want to ask for advice.
Yeah.
Now they want to be us and ask for advice. Right.
Yeah, which is I give it to it, but at least be nice and be kind. I'm being nice back to you.
Right. But if they're not supporting you, are you really gonna support them?
Yeah, no. So what videos you started doing first? What type of?
Okay, so I did Vine, but obviously, everybody was on Vine. It was oversaturated. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I should start doing something else. My mom gave us the idea, me, my sister, and my best friend, to start making videos on her laptop.
Okay.
And it was stupid home videos, Our favorite show was iCarly.
Oh my God, iCarly was good.
So that was a big inspiration when it came to our videos. We started our own show called iBazinga.
iBazinga.
Oh my God, so embarrassing. Literally no one knows this about me.
No, tell me.
Literally no one knows this about me. The videos are still on YouTube. So you can literally look it up. Please don't.
Please do. I have to see this after this. That's funny.
But we started our own little show, and we were actually very consistent with it. We filmed every other day, vlogs, going to the store. We did Halloween specials, Christmas specials, whatever. And we were so obnoxious, super annoying. And everyone in the school watched us. Of course, people made fun of it because we were just disgusting and annoying.
Yeah.
But people actually watched.
Good. That's in middle school or high school?
This was middle school, sixth grade.
Okay.
6th grade. So from there, I realized that I really loved,
Videos
making
and all
videos.
that. Okay.
Then I started my own channel, Get Ready With Me, story time. Story times was a big thing for me.
Story times are good because it's funny. That's like when you
Right.
hear someone experience something, you want to know how they did it and like went through it.
Exactly. I feel like my big thing was story times because I was never afraid to like talk shit and
Good.
put stuff out there. Of course, my family used to get mad, like, why the fuck are you saying that shit? Why are you putting it out for people to see? But that was the whole inspiration, especially for this podcast. Like, the podcast was supposed to be like revolved around like story times and stuff like that. That's pretty much it. I started YouTube, started like modeling and stuff like that. I mentioned
photos are good. They're good.
Thank you. I talked a little bit in the last episode about it too. I was just like consistent with it, trying to do stuff that nobody else was really doing. And of course it caught people's eye. They were like, oh wow, like she's doing this, she's putting herself out there. But I was never confident enough. I really, really had to truly like force myself to put content out.
Yeah.
I got bullied a lot. So.
Yeah, middle school. Oh my God, IS too. I was bullied. There's so many bullies and people were mean.
Oh my God, yes.
People were mean. If you went to IS too, you remember how people were fucked up and like, of course that's experience, but like your self-conscience and your self-confidence kind of get ruined like in middle school.
Yeah.
And then like you said about forcing yourself to do that when COVID happened, that kind of like when everyone was home, we started thinking about yourself and started thinking, went deep, and then after that, like the confidence did come out.
Yeah, and I wasn't always cute. I was ugly in middle school. Like, I got bullied. I had braces. People used to call me, like, train track teeth and, like, braced face and shit. And I really did get bullied, like, genuinely. When I tell people that I got bullied, people don't believe it. But it's like, I really see your growth.
They don't see your old. They need to see your from the beginning all the way now. Like, you see it's a big change. Like,
have you ever been bullied?
Bullied, yeah, because I was a bit chubby. So I also had glasses, so people call me four eyes, fat. I was always like, and like they were always like rude towards me. There's one kid always try to fight me all the time, and I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna fight you. Like I'm just sitting there trying to mind my business. You know how guys would be like, oh, I'm gonna stuff you. I'm gonna stuff you. In middle school, that's all they said. And then like, oh, Hurt City, like they like screaming. There was always something like, and I'm like, and I always was to myself. I was that kid that was always to myself, and always people were always trying like. I'm like, bro, relax. I'm trying to chill here. Like, and then with that, it kind of made me stronger now. And now I look at it back. I'm like, damn. Like, seeing my younger self right now will look at me now like, damn. Like, thank you for changing and like being like yourself and pushing through and not listening to the negative. Because what people feel about you is what they feel about themselves.
Exactly.
So it's like they never like.
It's a direct reflection.
Not about you most of the time. It's always like, oh, the person could do it. I wish I could do it. I'm like, you could do it. Like,
you could. I became so much happier and so much more confident when I just stopped giving a fuck what people thought about me.
There you go. Never give a fuck. Because if you do, then your whole life is changing because then you have to follow this person, that person, do this. You lose yourself. Exactly.
So when do you feel like you really got the confidence to fully be yourself?
I think like maybe 2-3 years ago. Like it was this first guy I kind of dated. He was like, kind of in the closet. It was this whole thing.
Oh my God.
And then I dated him, and that kind of made me spark something with them. Like, wait, I'm worth more than this. And like I kind of, you know what, fuck this type of low life type of people, like low life negative energy. So I was like, you know what, time to love me. I only love me. Because when you don't love yourself and you put your love into everyone else, you like never care about yourself.
And you don't get it back.
No, you never get it back. You lose it, and you give it to someone that don't even deserve it, and they stomp on it. So that after that experience, I was like, you know what? I dropped people. I lost a lot of friends because I started focusing on me. So I started doing like little modeling stuff. I started doing videos. I started like posting whatever I want on social media. I'm like, I got to a point where I was like, first I cared, like, oh my God, I can't post this because I'm like, and now I'm like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. Like, it's gonna last 24 hours. It's whatever. I post this for fun, and like. Now I'm like, I post whatever and enjoying myself. I'm more happier. Like, I'm like, you know what? Like, I want to live for me and do for me. Because if I don't, then everyone else, I don't know. It's like, you know, people try to put you in a box. Some people try to make you stay in that box because, like, you know what? You used to never be like this. Now you think you're all this. No, I'm all this now because I'm finally accepting me. Like, we can all shine. It doesn't matter. Like, but you just have to understand, like, yeah, like, just be chill. Like, mind your business. And, like, that's what it made me become more confident, I would say. Like, it just made me, you know what, I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Because we're all going to, like, live. We're
all going to die one day.
Yeah, literally.
Like, we're literally all going to die one day.
So you're going to care about what this person said. Like, no, enjoy your life.
And the people that bullied me still watch me. They still try to hit me up like, oh, my God, Kelly. Like, you really grew up. You're really doing your thing. And it's like, where was that energy before?
Well, like there you go. They're probably ugly too and being annoying.
Oh
like,
yeah.
See, it's always the ones like.
Oh yeah.
Good. Let them
And they're
stay
stuck
away.
with kids and single moms and stuff like that. And it's like
now their life is kind of in a way ruined, but it's always when you're a negative person like that. It's always people like
and
that.
you kind of deserve it. I'm sorry, but you kind of deserve it.
Yeah, because if you were nice to everyone, that's when you're nice to everyone, you see that what you give out, it comes back to you.
Right. Karma is so real, and the energy that you put out is what you're gonna receive in this world.
Always.
But I feel like I'm in that time period now where it's like I've lost so many people this year, like my best friend, you know, someone that I was with. And it's like, I truly realize that it's like, you really only have yourself. And you have to cherish everything about yourself and really focus on yourself because no one else is going to do it for you.
No. You have to care about yourself, and not only like yourself, and the people who care about you. And those people who drop, a lot of friends this year also a lot lost because of the fact that when you start putting the energy to yourself, they seem like, oh, like, you're not doing the same things as before because
they get offended.
Mad offended. You know what? Bet stay over there. I stay here because the true friends and the true people will be there and be there for you and understand you and not try to mind you, not try to like belittle you. They'll there be support you because those are the true people.
Have you ever had friends that were like secretly jealous of you?
Yeah, I had like fallen outs because of that reason. I'm like, yo, and I'm trying to put energy to you and trying to give you advice and care about you, and then in the back of my head, I hear like, oh, Marvin is this, and that. But when I'm in your face, they're so smiles and hey, hi. I'm like, didn't you just say mash shit? And then when I press those people about it, like, oh, no, I never said that. It wasn't like that. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? Like, no. Own up to it. I love when people own up to shit. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I love when someone comes up to me like, yeah, this is my problem with you. I'm like, okay, bet. Like, don't be tattling in the back. And then when I try to compress you, I'm like, no. And those type of people, I stay away. And, like, I can't. I hate when people are, like, jealous because at the end of the day, like, that's on you. You could do what you want to do. Doesn't mean you got to put that negative energy towards me.
Right. Jealousy is like the worst thing ever.
It is. The people that you love sometimes just have it. I'm like, damn, like I didn't even know that. But you know what? Let me stay in my lane and stay here. You don't tell them anything. You mind your business. Like you don't pretend like hello and bye. Like
yeah. Have you ever had anybody try to use you for clout?
I think so. Because there's guys.
Because you have a lot of friends.
And they're okay. I do.
And a lot of people watch you.
And they're mostly girls. So guys try to be friends with me to hook up with my friends. There have been times that multiple times has happened where guys be like, oh, Marvin, you're friends with all the girls. You're all the girls. You're all the girls. You're friends with all the girls. Oh, can we hang out with you? Come pull up. Like, they always remind me, oh, if you come, like, can you bring your friends? I'm like, oh, so you're just inviting me to bring my friends? Like, I've done it a couple of times, but I'm like, they're not hooked up with you, number one.
That's so weird.
No, some guys like that, yeah. And that's the clout, like I was saying. Then one guy I used to be friends with, because I threw like parties and stuff. He was trying to get me to put his bands to play, and I've done it. And that's all he cared about. Oh, you just friends with everyone. Like, oh, let's throw parties. Oh, come and help me do this. I'm like, because you know I'll bring people. And I don't like that shit. And I was, you know what, dropped. Like, I noticed some things. I'm like, oh, yeah. I always be like, if you're coming asking me for something, you better be ready to give me something.
Right.
Or
exactly.
Don't come for that. like.
Right. Oh, my God. I've had so many friends that were just friends with me because they wanted to, like, show off. You know,
there you go. And
show off that they were friends with me and, you know, be around like the things that I'm doing, you know, and it's just so weird, honestly.
It is.
So weird.
It is because they run back to her and tell people things and like, bro, so you're just here just to like show out.
Basically just like face watching.
Yeah. And it's like, and they're there just to be like, I don't know. So those are people, I don't know what, like fans, not even fans, but either way, it's like, why are you trying to be in my business?
Like secret fans, yeah.
Yeah. Which is like, you're not giving no potential, nothing. And like, all you want to do is take photos and be like, oh, like, you're doing this. I'm like, come on. Like, let's hang out. Let's do something. If not, like, I don't know, be genuine at least. Like,
right. There's some people
why
I hang
are you here?
With. Right. There's some people that I hang out with and we don't even have to post a picture.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
But back to what you were saying about your little situationship or whatever. So how was that? Like, did you feel like you were being kept a secret?
Here and there, yeah. Well, there's like two situations. There's one situation where it was like I was like, everything had to be like low key and everything. I'm like, okay.
Oh
like,
my God, I literally just went through that.
And I'm like, okay, if that's the fine, but at least own up to it. But like, yeah, I want to keep it low key because this, and baby. Or like, if we're just doing it for fun, sure. But like, if we're
at least give like a solid reason. Yeah. You know?
We're doing all this and then you want to keep it low key, like, nah, like, drop. And then this other guy, like, he kind of knew what he liked, but at the same time, I was his first, not experience, but like hanging out and being close. Because a little time he used to hang out. Like he showed me his friends. He showed me his siblings too, not his mom and dad. But it was just like kind of like he's always came in and out of my life, like, cause I'm nice, I'm giving. I'm like when we hang out, like I let people like smoke my stuff, I let people just enjoy and like have fun. I drive all the time, and I'm literally a lot of giving. And then when the guys see it, that they come in, and like they take, and then they leave. I'm like, what the fuck? This other situation, this guy only unblocks me. He only texts me when he wants to hook up. Every time when we hook up, boom, the next day blocked me on everything. And I'm
Blocked
like,
you?
yes, everything.
What?
And I'm like, what the bro? Are you
okay? Like ghosting, I understand, but blocking you?
And then months go by, 2 months, and he unblocks me. He's like, oh hey, I'm like,
that is so weird.
And it is weird. And I'm like, what? I'm like, oh yeah, no. I'm like, no, and I'm like, I've done it twice just to be, you know what? Because like, you know, in times when you're drunk, you want to hook up with someone, and you're like, fuck it, like, and I do it just like, you know what? Let's go hook up. But at this point, I'm not gonna do it again. That's like my third situation. Like that guy, like
that's crazy.
Yeah, and then first time he hooked up with me was like when he had a girlfriend, and he told me literally the next day, like, "Oh, don't tell anyone I have a girlfriend." I was like, "What?" He told me you guys were on a break, and I'm like, and I froze. I was like, "Wait, you guys told me you were on a break?" Oh no, like and then the next day, my friend sends me a photo of him posting her, and she sent it to me. I was like, I started screaming. I was like, "There's no way I hooked up with them for them to post this like 2 days later." I was shocked. But I was like, you know what? Whatever. Guys with me, like because I get like guys our age, like they're confused with what they like and what they do like and what they don't like, which is fine. But don't put me in it because I know I'm attractive. I like myself. I don't know what I like too. Like I like men, sure. But like if you want to experiment, show up and like, babe, like let's do it. But don't be weird and give me that weird energy. Be like, oh no, I like this instead. I'm like, that's fine. That's your business, but don't involve me in that business.
Right.
Because I feel like we're young. Let's have fun. Let's cook up. Let's kiss. Let's enjoy it. But let's be adults about it. Like, especially with guys with sexuality our age. Because guys be acting mad foodie and still say, like, oh, I'm straight. Oh, this. Okay, if you're straight, then first of all, don't get mad if you don't get offended. 2, be yourself and don't get weird when gay guys are around you. There's some straight guys like, oh, Marvin, you're gay, but like I'm not gay. I'm like, okay, why you have to remind me?
That's so stupid.
The one time this guy I don't know, oh yeah, Marvin, you know I'm not gay, right? I'm like, okay,
good for you.
And I'm like, I stood there, I was like, I look at my friend, and she looked at me like, I'm like, what is that? And we were like, what the fuck? Like,
but did his girlfriend know that he was gay?
No, she did not. I don't think so. No.
Oh my
she never.
God.
I don't. No. That's why I tell girls and guys, like, be careful with your partner, like if they see some low key, if they're not truly showing themselves, or they get weird about other things around them, that's a sign. That's a red flag. When people are homophobic or they're just weird about it, or like they get uncomfortable when they see it, it's because like
they're hiding it.
They're hiding it, or they don't know it yet. But which is fine. But like, be nice about it. But still, don't be. Yeah.
Right.
That's just when that happened. I was frozen. I like blocked him up and everything. I'm like,
God.
nah, I'm not talking to you.
No, I was once dating a guy, and it was normal. We started talking on social media. He was like commenting under my photos. I was commenting under his photos. We started FaceTiming, whatever. Out of nowhere, he just ghosted me. I was like confused because he seemed like he liked me.
Yeah.
We would talk all the time.
Guys always ghost. It's so annoying.
Right. And one day I'm scrolling on Instagram and I see him full on making out with some guy. And like he hard launched like his boyfriend. I just kid you not.
What? How did you react?
I was like, I didn't even know what the fuck to say. I didn't even know what the fuck to say. Like,
what the
and he like hard launched his relationship.
So he was talking to you, flirting with you, all that, and like.
And I still have him on social media. Like, he didn't remove me or nothing. And he's like full on gay, like not bisexual, nothing. He like twerks on TikTok, all that.
Damn. So he just like, you just talked to him, and then he was like, you know what? I'm not gonna break this girl's heart, and just like. And he just like, what?
I don't know. I understand like you like we were very young. It was like probably sophomore year of high school.
Yeah.
So I get like you're probably like figuring things out. But yeah, I was just very caught off guard.
Has this happened like multiple times? Has it happened before or?
No, that was the first time. But just to see that on social media, like not even like tell me or anything.
Yeah, at least tell you. At least like, hey, let's be friends. At least, not just like straight up ghost you and just pretend this whole thing never happened. Guys I guess guys, they have multiple personalities or some sort. They like
they're very sneaky. They're so sneaky.
And I'm like, you could do what you want to do, but don't be weird about it. Like,
back to what you said about guys that are, I guess, in the closet and get offended when people question them.
Yeah.
I feel like it makes it obvious, no?
It kind of makes it obvious. You just have to be confident. There's guys that are like, you could be yourself, but like you might like still like girls and stuff, but like don't be weird when someone asks you, or like if someone's understanding, because at the end of the day, like, let people assume things, but at least be like, yo, that's not who I am, and that's it. Like, don't get weird. Like, there's some people who think that I'm not gay in times, and I look at them like, are you dumb? But like, I can show you, but I'm like, I am gay myself, but it's like, don't assume that I'm not. Like,
were you always so open about it or no?
I wasn't always open about it. It took me a while to like come out. Like, I told, like, when freshman year, no, it was like 8th grade, I kind of like was always watching gay porn. I was always watching it for some reason. I was like, whatever. And then freshman year, sophomore year, I was like, you know what, I am. So I like told my friends I was bisexual, and everyone was like, oh yeah, Marvin. Everyone was like, oh, we knew it already. I'm like, oh, haha. I was like, whatever.
But do you remember when being bisexual was like a trend, and everybody was like claiming that they were bisexual, and everyone wanted to be bisexual?
Yeah, in like middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. And, like, I, like, didn't, like, I was uncomfortable with it at times. And I was, like, because I was only into guys, really. I was pretending that I was still into girls. But I was really into guys. So I was, like, lying about the whole entire thing.
Did you date girls?
I dated one in middle school. I don't know if you remember Angeline. Remember Angeline? Kat's sister.
What?
Yes, we dated.
You're lying.
We dated, literally. We dated in 7th grade?
But you guys are friends, so it's okay.
Yes. Like, we dated, we, like, kissed once, and then, like, we, like,
so
broke
that
up.
Doesn't
it wasn't,
count.
it wasn't like that type of relationship. It was, like, a chill, like, we call each other boyfriend, girlfriend. And then, after that was the only girl I dated, and after that, like, I never really dated girls. I've only, like, hooked up with, like, guys, and, like, so I never experimented with the girl yet. So, like, maybe one day in the future, if, like, I'm drunk or whatever, but never, like, I will never go after it.
But you don't want to, yeah.
No, I will never be like, oh, my God, like, tonight we're getting pussy. Like, no. I'm going after dick and other shit. Like, but until, like, then junior year, senior year, then I just came out straight, like, oh, I'm gay, like, whatever. And then college, I was like, yeah, I'm gay.
Did people already know, kind of?
People kind of knew. They were like, oh, Marvin, I don't care who you are. You're good. You're chill. You're nice. Like, the only people who had situations, I had guys who had problems with, they're the ones who confused about themselves. And when I said it, there I was, they were like, Marvin. And then I'm like, because I told them, like, stop with the gay jokes. There's some gay jokes I get. They're funny. But there's sometimes they kept going. They kept going with it. They're doing too much.
And you know they're trying to be hurtful.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, first of all, I'm gay myself. So control your jokes. There's other ways to be funny.
Right.
And they're just to be hurtful. There'll be times where guys, like, flirted with me. I'm like, yo, you know you're into girls. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, why are you, like, being flirty and being so, like, nice?
Like, just to be funny?
Not to be funny. Maybe they're flirting, actually. And then when I finally speak on them, they're like, oh. I'm like, but they're being, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying leading me on, because I don't want to be delusional, but there were some moments where guys, like, I was close with, they were, like, saying certain things, being jokes. I'm like, dude. And not jokes and, like, oh, how you're gay, but more like, oh, like, you know how when guys slap each other's asses sometimes? Shit like that. I'm like, dude, you know I'm gay. You should not be doing that stuff. Like, it's just like.
Have you ever had guys stop being your friend because you were gay?
Not really. I have guys who don't become my friend because of it. They're like, they're friends are friends with me, but like they're like the outsiders where like they don't get too close. It's just hello and like hi. They get like kind of awkward with it. They're like silent guys. You know how they are, silent guys. They're like, they get weird when they see a gay person. They get like, but like the people who don't care, like I've never like, no one's telling me, oh, I'm stop being friend because you're gay. No. If I had a precedent about stop making jokes too many times, then they just like back away. They would get mad,
right?
Yeah. They're like, oh, Marvin, you know I'm just joking, but still, like, there's other ways to be funny, like.
Right.
And then most of these
friends, means they're not actually funny.
Yeah. And most of these friends I was friends with, they're attractive. So I'm like, dude, you know I'm into it, so like, don't be too close to me. Don't be like being funny. Don't like.
Yeah. What about your family?
My family, they, at first, my dad and my brother, they were, like, mad at me. Like, my brother came at me, oh, you should like girls. You should like guys. That's disgusting, blah, blah, blah. He was like, oh, you're never going to get a job. All these things, like, whatever.
What?
Yeah, all these things. My dad was, like, mad at me. He was like, oh, he was always made jokes at me. He came at me at certain times, oh, because you're, like, gay, blah, blah, blah. like high school, and then now they don't care. Now they're over it. They care.
It's like, what could they do?
No, now
Right.
they defend it at times when other people try to question. Like my grandfather tries to question my dad, like, oh, is Marvin gay still, like whatever. My dad's like, who cares if he is not? Because they don't but now like at the time they did, and my mom will never care. My grandma, like all the women and like they never care about the guys. Were a bit
right.
like, my uncles never care either. Like they can't text me the second day. Like, oh, it's okay, Marvin, we love you, whatever. I'm like, oh, but my internal family.
It's like that kind of makes it awkward.
Yeah.
Like
they are. Everyone kind of.
You should still love me regardless.
Yeah, you should 100%. And then now they don't care. Now it's not even a topic. Now it's like it's just there. Like they're like they have to get used to it. Because I'm a person like if you're not used to it, like I leave and when you're not bougie with me, like you're not gonna be bougie.
Yeah.
Like.
You're very bougie.
Yeah, thank you.
So, okay, so we both work a lot.
Yeah, that a lot of hours.
So how do you feel about being friends with people that are, I don't know how to say this in a nice way.
Don't work or don't
like not necessarily on the same level as you.
Like I'm fine with it, but like I don't want them to be complaining. I don't want them to be like, oh my god, I don't have enough money. Oh, I don't have this. Or like, oh, like blah blah blah. Oh, you have all that. Like you could do that. I'm like, yeah, okay, but like you could do it too. Mm-hmm. But like, there's some people that I know that they don't have a lot of money. They mind their business. They do their thing. They're nice. They're working on their stuff. They're working towards it. Like I like when someone's on my level. Like
it makes things so much easier. You know?
And I'm that type of friend that if we're all up, we're all up.
Right.
We gotta be all up. Like,
but I can't be pouring into people's cups that aren't pouring into mine.
There you go. And if you keep doing that, you lose yourself, and they get used to that. And then when it's all gone, they're like, "Oh my god, you're a horrible person."
Right.
I'm like, because I've always said yes to you, and now when I say no, I'm putting my boundaries.
Yep.
But like, yeah, I'm that friend. Like, if you're down, I'm gonna try my best to bring you up. There's friends that I've dropped where like they stop working, they stay home, all they do is complain about that one ex.
They expect you to help.
They accept you, and I'm there. I'm like, okay, I do my help once, twice. Okay, but I'm there hearing the same talk. That's it. I have to walk away because it brings me down. It makes me feel bad, and it makes me like just feel bad. I'm like, no, like we're not doing this. Like, and I have had friends that like they listen to the advice I give them. They got up. I'm like, oh my god, like that's lit. That's because if I'm up, I want everyone up. I don't want to be around people who are down and bringing you down. Because you become
and
rich.
are negative.
You become rich when you're around rich people. You become poor when you're around poor people. You become attractive when you're around like you are what you surround yourself with.
Exactly.
If you're around hard workers and hard people who hustle, everyone in that room was gonna get a bag. Everyone's like getting that like.
That's why I'm trying to make more friends that are hustlers. Because I feel like
you gotta hang out more.
We do. Yes, definitely. We really do. Especially because we both make content.
Mm-hmm. We do.
And all that. That would be dope.
It'd be fun. We could do like literally anything. We could do like modeling photos. Like we could like make outfits or good outfits.
I would love that.
Cause we could take photos here too, right? Like, is this like a shoot place? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you do your own photos too.
Yeah, I do. I could bring photographers coming in. We could do a whole thing.
That's so dope.
You'd be an actor. So if I do a movie, like, what do you do in act? Like, what would you do if I do a movie?
I would do anything.
Anything.
Okay. And I know you act too. I've seen some of your stuff.
Okay. I see you as
you
an
were
actor.
in ACMA, weren't you?
Huh?
You were in ACMA in high school?
I was in a media group, but not like an actor. No. I was in media and I did like sing stuff like that. But like, I was in the creative thing, anything media wise.
I feel like it's so hard to be friends with other people that are like creatives too. I feel like it's so hard to find.
Yeah, because there's not too many.
No.
Like especially on the island, especially here. There's a couple. There is. You just have to look and like find it, but to like you have to go outside sometimes to find it more.
Because nobody wants to do shit on this island.
No, they don't. They want to do they don't, or like they're too shy. I'm like, come on, let's just do it. Let's just little thing. Let's just film something. Let's get a whole team and create something. Like that one thing could create something fun, and it creates other things. Like
I've always wanted to create my own like hype house. Mm-hmm. You know how they have like the hype house and
yes, on the island it'll be like a 2-floor.
Oh my god, I literally always wanted to do that.
Like a giant like yard, like a pool.
Yeah,
and other parties.
But everyone here is so lame.
Yeah. We could do like a Jersey house, if anything.
Yes. Like a shore house?
A shore house for the summer, like a 2-month. They're not expensive. We all split it between 15 people, 20 people.
I want to do that one day. That's on my bucket list. For sure.
Yep.
What about situationships? What do you think about that? Talking stages?
Talking stages, they're fun, but like I hate the whole fact to talk to someone new for 3 months.
Oh God.
And then they don't work out or whatever. It's a waste of time. But like it has to be the first time you see them. I think you just speak up and like, yo, what are we doing here? Like if we're not do something out of this? Are we gonna have fun? Are we just trying to just chill? Are we gonna make something out of this? And I just don't like the whole ghosting aspect of situationships.
No.
Because that's what they do. That's the annoying part. If they straight up like, hey, like I like this, but this is not
because they don't want to communicate.
They don't, and it's annoying. Like I get it. If we're both working a lot, okay, it didn't work out, but like let's speak up and communicate. And like, is it worth it? Because most of the time, like when you force things, it doesn't work out. But like after 3 months, you find out the true people's intentions.
Exactly.
Someone knew
the 3-month rule. It's real.
It's so after 3 months, you see the colors there, boom, and you get that butterflies are away. You're not like, oh my god, this person's so like. Then you start seeing the true, and then if you with it, you're with it.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you've given up on trying to find someone?
There's some days, yeah, because it's just like I try. I've like last year, like the last time I talked to a guy really serious was last year. It went good for 3 months. I thought it was going good. He just stopped talking to me out of nowhere. I was like, what? And it was going well. It was the first guy. He was open with himself. He was comfortable. He was really nice. He had his own place. Like he was going after college degree. I was like, oh, this is actually he's doing his shit. I do my shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just stopped talking. And I got it like it hurted me to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm done talking to people. Like I try to go out there. All I do is like hook up. But like now I'm slowly opening up again, and I want to because it shouldn't, like, past experience shouldn't hurt your new experiences.
Yeah, I get that.
Because then I tried to, but now I'm opening up more because I want to, because it's fun having someone like a best friend almost to hang out with every day.
It is.
And like kiss here and there, like nothing major, but at least just sit there, talk. And it's because we all want to socialize and be close to someone, and it's fun.
We all crave intimacy.
We all do. And it's just that it's now at this age, people are making it so hard and weird. It has to be artificial. Yep. It has to be looked like this. Like, no. Like, So I haven't given up. Maybe because at this time, holidays, I open up more with that stuff.
Cuffing season.
Literally. That's right now. Like, summer, I have my thought season. Now it's Halloween. It's slowly, like, Thanksgiving is coming. Now I'm opening up more. So if something happens, so if it doesn't, I'm still focusing on me. The thing is, I never stop focusing on me. I'm still working on myself. I'm still working out, eating good. So, because when you do that, it attracts.
It does.
Like, and then don't think about it. There'll be days like, you know what? Let me not think about it. And then, like,
it comes when you're not looking for it.
Literally. And the 2 times that guys talk to me out of nowhere is literally like that. I'm like just sitting there, and then boom, I get a DM, or I get like someone passes by. I'm like, oh hey, and I'm like, this is like you instantly like what's your tea on situationships and like finding someone? Are you talking to someone? Are you like?
So, a couple months ago, I was in a situationship for 7 months.
Okay.
And it was with somebody that I actually talked to in high school. So, at the time, I wasn't looking for anything because, you know, I had a really bad breakup 2 years ago. He cheated with his best friend, whatever. I had, like, really bad trust issues. Yeah. So, I stayed single for a while. I love being single because I really get to put my all into myself. And that's when I'm the most productive and whatever. But he randomly hit me up out of nowhere. He had me blocked for 6 years. Randomly hit me up.
Damn.
Randomly added me on Snapchat, hit me up. So I didn't really think it was gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
We hung out and the feelings just came back instantly, and I was like, "Fuck."
Oh, okay. You knew each other in high school, so it's a build up. Okay.
We had a lot in common. We're both a twin. We're both the oldest twin. Like,
freaking you're a twin. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. A lot of people don't know I'm a twin. But yeah. But the craziest thing is, like, our dads died on the same day.
What?
Yeah.
Nah, that's a whole like twin flame almost. I don't know. It's something like
stop, because I literally called him my twin flame.
That you're doing the exact.
I literally called him my twin flame. We were so close. We literally had like a spiritual connection, and it was so weird. I've never had it with anyone else. Like, I would feel what he was feeling, and sometimes like we would text each other at the same exact time, and it was just like so weird and something I've literally never experienced. But
you feel inside, you feel the whole thing, and then once he leaves, it's a whole.
You still feel it. You literally still feel it, and then you see like signs everywhere. I still, to this day, I still see signs of him, and we've been broken up for like 5 months now.
Yeah,
and it's like I'll go out and I'll like randomly he'll pop into my mind, and I'll turn around and he'll be there.
Yeah,
it's so weird.
Your mind is like reminding you. Like,
yeah. So we weren't looking for a relationship, both of
Yeah.
us. We were just like, talking, whatever. We actually started talking a year ago, like this week in October, which is like so weird. And he made it clear that like he wasn't really looking for anything, and me too. But then the more we started hanging out, like we were like inseparable. But we always argued, like we never saw eye to eye on anything. Like the communication just wasn't really there. Like he would never understand my point of view, and like I wouldn't understand his, and it was just like we always like butt heads. And that's the thing with twin flames. It's like they're literally a mirror of yourself. So it's like the things you don't like about yourself, it's in them. So it's like we were constantly just bickering, going back and forth, but like we loved each other so much, and like the connection was just like so intense.
They do it.
So intense.
Everything feels like it's
so intense.
It's like
and it just didn't work out. Like we just argued so much, we couldn't see eye to eye. It was like we didn't really understand the spiritual aspect of it. I kind of did, but he didn't. You know how men are, they're not really in tune with their like spiritual side.
No, they push away those feelings and stuff like that. No, they should be. There's some guys that are. Then that's the whole thing. But like, no, some of them no. They feel like it's fake. No, it's your body, it's your energy, your soul. You're real. You're a thing.
Right. And he self-sabotaged so bad. He kept me in a situationship because he wanted to take things slow. And I respected it because, well, actually, no, I didn't respect it. I'm not even lying. I would press him all the time, like, we're doing everything that you do in a relationship. I'm sleeping over. I'm meeting your family. I'm going to your family parties. I'm doing this and that, whatever. And it's like, what more do you want in order to make it official? And he got mad. And he got mad that I was like bugging on him for that. And he was like, why can't you wait? Like, you're trying to tell me how I feel when that's not true, this and that. Because I felt like he didn't really like care about me. He didn't really like me.
Because if he did, he would have just dated you already and put like cuff it when they say like. At least after 7 months, like especially those type of relationships, you do everything. You sleep each other's house. You talk each other every day. You eat it's like
we're with each other like every day.
Then what is this? Like what is this? We're just best friends or like what? Like
we're siblings.
We're siblings. Like what's in? Like hey, like what is this?
So the whole situation just really hurt me so bad. Like
those are the first one you like come awake after like.
Oh my God, yes. I literally became so woke after. And like it really, really deep down, it destroyed me. Like I couldn't talk about it. I couldn't think about it. I couldn't do anything. Like I would literally wake up in the middle of the night and think that I was like next to him. And I would just feel his presence all the time. And I was just like, the signs were everywhere. And it's like, literally, it was so torturous. It was literally so bad. This is the first time that I'm actually like coming on here and talking about it. Because months ago, like, it was so hard for me, like, I understand, like, we should not be together. It clearly didn't work out for a reason. Twin flames are really not supposed to be together in this lifetime.
It's supposed to show you, it's like it comes in intense, boom, like, and then the second relationship is like the soulmate one where, like, it's like half when you hang out. And then, the twin flame, my twin flame that happened, like, that's my first situationship where it was just, like, he like, when we first hanged out, it was out of nowhere. He just messaged me, and he was from high school. He knew me, but I didn't know him at all in high school. And he just messaged me out of nowhere, like, hey, and like I'm like, oh hey, I ignored him too. I kept ignoring him, and then he was like, oh, you're cute. I'm like, oh okay, like hey, and then that's when we like first hang out. It was that instant like, and after that night, I was like slowly opening up on my body, everything. I was like, why do I have all these feelings, all these things? But of course, it ends up bad, and then it was just a reflection of all the things that that you don't like of each other. It's just right there, and
it's intense, and you can't really handle it.
Yeah, there'll be times where he started crying out of nowhere next to me. I'm like, what the hell is wrong? And I'm like, and I started crying a little bit. I'm like, why are we like emotional right now? There'll be things he opens up about his family, and I open about my family that I've never talked about no one, but like I would do it to this person. I'm like, damn, what's going on? Like, those are intense, but of course, it doesn't work out. Like, once it ends off, you separate, and then everything gets better. I started becoming more confident after that, like, because I was like, there's no way in hell, like, this is gonna change me to the worst.
Right. We were just way too similar. Like, he was literally me as a man, and it's like, it doesn't work like that, because when I want to hold a grudge, you want to hold a grudge, and no one apologizes. It's like we're the same exact fucking person.
Yeah.
It was just crazy. But after that, like, I really changed so much. It's ridiculous. Like, I really changed so much within the past couple months. I started putting myself out there more, started focusing fully on myself. So to answer your question, I feel like after that, I feel like I've given up a little bit. Just because, like, that was just so, like,
Training,
gut-wrenching for me. Like, that was just, like, horrible. Like, I've experienced, like, bad breakups before. One really bad one, but nothing ever like that.
Yeah, it's a whole different feeling. It's
nothing
like
ever like that.
World destroys and falls apart, but you're rebuilding it again.
Yeah. It's like when your soul is attached, especially in, like, a twin flame connection, it's just, like, terrible. So I don't know. I feel like I'm the type of person where when I'm with someone, I kind of stop focusing on myself and I focus so much on that other person. So I'm kind of scared right now.
It brings you more present. Don't be scared. Be open to it. Have the right one goals around it, but don't also have expectations when they come in and, like.
And set boundaries this time.
Yeah, this time definitely put stuff around it. Put yourself, like, take your ease and, like.
Yeah. I feel like I definitely learned.
Don't give up. We're at this age where, have fun, do your best, but, like, don't give up fully, because
everything happens for a reason. So, and the right person will come at the right time. I know that.
Yes, everyone says that. There'll be time. Everyone in the relationships that last for years, they just came out of nowhere.
Literally,
or it's like my friend said, like, she's getting married right now. She's getting married to someone in high school she never thought she would get even married with.
That's crazy.
She was like, they're saying by 22, 21, you met your soulmate already.
It
or
happens
something.
like that.
It's someone you know already, but you don't know. It just it happens, like, you don't, or it could be someone new. But either way, it just, you don't know. It's there.
And what about right person, wrong time?
I believe that too.
I definitely believe in that.
I believe that too. There's a lot of, like, we're both working, we're both doing our thing. We just don't have time to focus on it in one day. It could happen in 5 years, 20 years. A lot can happen in 10, 5 years. That person can change. You can change. You could have a different perspective. Like, damn, like, maybe I would date this person again. I do believe that 100%. Like, there's some people that you feel that connection, you're like, damn. And then it's just outside problems that kind of ruin it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just outside things. And it's like, they can't control that. You can't either. And it's like, okay, like, just take a break. And I do believe in that too.
I feel like I've had so many people come back into my life, like people that I wouldn't even expect years later. And it's like, wow, like, it's true. They always come back.
They always. If you're doing
true.
good and you're doing your shit and you're, like, putting on top, they always do.
Once your focus comes off them, it's like that's when they start to go towards you.
Yep. So you never give up though. Let the love come to you, whatever comes to you, and then.
And don't force anything.
Yeah, because once you start chasing something, it starts running away too.
Exactly.
Like, you just running something, like, you just gotta, like, be in the middle, like, chill.
So do you feel like you need closure?
Closure and, like, depending on how close we were as a person and then what we did and everything, like, at least, like, yo, no hate, no love, but we just gotta stop, like, whatever, like, that's fine, like, because I like giving people straight up answers. Of course, I want to expect other people and me, but I love straight up giving people answers, like, nah, like, I'm sorry, no, or, like, because it makes the person question less. And, like, let that person more worried, wonder when you ghost them or just leave, because it creates more insecurities for them. It creates more problems. It just doesn't. It's not fair to the person. Like, if you were that close and you talked about everything, you told each other everything, like, for you just to, like, just wake up and just leave or, like, not ghost them, just say something like, hey, this is not working. I'm not feeling it, or, like, we should stop talking. Not like, I hate that ghost.
So do you think it's like a respect thing?
Yeah, respect. But closure, of course, if I don't get it, I don't get it. At the end of the day, I'm still going to say I wasn't me, whatever, boom. But closure is good. Not always, but if you could do it,
a lot of the times, I feel like the disrespect is the closure. And people will treat you the way that they feel about you.
True. That is, saying nothing is an answer.
Right.
So
silence is a response. No response is a response.
Yeah. So I do respect it. I'm not going to, like, cry. It's just more like, now I'm getting older. Now I'm realizing that it's better. No, nothing. But, like, back then when I was growing up and all that, I'm like, oh my God, that person left me. But now I'm like, it's okay. They left, because I always say, like, God always protects you. God always the universe protects you.
That's what I was thinking. Rejection is protection.
Rejection, protection, or redirection. So if you don't get something,
rejection is redirection.
So if you don't get something, it's because it's either that person was hiding something really, like you're not there. That's how I was. You know what? Maybe it's a good thing that they left. Maybe it's a good thing that thing didn't work out because you find something better. Sometimes you realize. People don't realize. Sometimes something doesn't work out, and a month later, boom, they're in a better situation. Like, oh damn, they don't even like. You just totally forgot. Like last month, you were like, oh my god, I didn't get something. Like now you're in a whole redirect. No, rejection is a redirection.
When one door closes, another opens.
Yeah, always.
Literally all the time. Always, every time.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, that wraps up today's episode. Thank you so much for coming on.
And thank you for having me. I'm
of course.
That's so excited.
As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, listen on
her.
Spotify. Follow Marvin. I'm going to link all his socials down below. Listen on Spotify, Apple. And listen to Marvin's podcast, Marvin's Room.
It's just Marvin's Room.
That's literally a genius name, by the way.
Thank you.
Are you a Drake fan?
So that one song, I like Drake old stuff, but not the new stuff. But Drake is funny. He has his moments. Just Marvin, Zorilla, and then
yes. So I will link that below, of course. And we'll see you in the next one. Yep. Bye.
Bye.